Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Venus Baby Tarot, and I'm gonna give you your career and finance reading. So let's go ahead and see what comes out for you, Taurus. I hope you are all well, and I hope that you can see everything okay. I had to move in front of my mirror because I broke my ring light. Yay, fun times. Okay, not my mirror, my window. My goodness, you guys, what is wrong with me? Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's coming out for Taurus for career and finances. What does Taurus need to know about career and finances? Okay, you have asked for help in your recent past here. You have entertainer in your present. Oh, what am I doing? I hadn't shuffled yet. You have settling in your near future. You have transporter in your opportunity. You have rescuer and say yes to the things you think you can't do for your outcome. Okay. So honestly, in the recent past, I've been seeing a lot for Taurus, like Taurus taking a hard time out, reset, that kind of thing. Or maybe things are moving really slow, etc., etc. And so honestly, some of you may have needed to ask for some help, like maybe ask for, a loan or a raise or, what is it, when you go to your company and you ask them if they can basically prepay you, I forget what that's called, but these are in reverse. Okay, so you have the Two of Swords the Ten of Swords that had come out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it looks like things just haven't been the greatest lately, Taurus. Like, I have to say it. But look, I think that you're moving on because you have that Eight of Cups. You also have Seven of Cups. I feel like you've honestly been just trying to really consider your options in life right now. And I think that you've definitely been asking yourself if you're just settling, for sure. Like if you've just been doing what you feel like you have to do, but you've definitely lost your zest for something. I mean, I'm feeling that too. But look at that. You have the Ace of Cups and the Empress. This is beautiful. You have the High Priestess. Man, she keeps coming out for Taurus. I swear, like every reading lately, the High Priestess comes out. The Six of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords. I love this for you, Taurus. I don't know which one this was. If it was... Okay, I'm just going to reshuffle because I didn't know which one flipped. Okay. Temperance. With the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I think that we're going to do it like this. I don't know. Actually, no. Because this one's on the bottom of the deck. So I think I'm going to put that there. Okay. I'm done messing with it now. All right. So Taurus. Taurus. I got to get a new thing here. I really like velvet, but... That's why I like to keep this here, but it doesn't, it always has like these lines. Anyway, I'm going to stop with that. Okay. I'm going to stop messing with it. So, okay. Like I said, there could have been, for some of you, there could be like financial ruin. Like I have to be honest with you, that's happened in the recent past. Like you lost a job. You didn't get the bonus that you were supposed to get at the end of the year last year. You got demoted. Your pay got decreased, like things like that. There could have been a real challenge, or you just found that you were in over your head because look, this hand right here coming out of the water, like you were just in over your head and you may have needed to ask for some help, or you're just like looking for new opportunities or just different options to get out of the situation that you've been in with that Seven of Cups right here. For some of you, I also feel a little bit like you've been feeling like you've been drowning in the work that you do. So you've just been feeling overwhelmed by the amount of work, or maybe you're just overwhelmed with the pressures that you're feeling with the work that you do. Or you could honestly be like, if you work for yourself, you could just be overwhelmed with, like feeling, how do I put this? Like you're feeling a lot of pressure to do something different, but like it overwhelms you because you know that there's so many steps between, getting things started and really, making these huge changes. Like, that it's going to take a lot of time and effort and energy. And you may be feeling like you're in over your head in terms of that, and that you need some sort of assistance. You need some sort of help. Maybe you need an actual assistant, or you need to talk to somebody who knows what they're doing. Like, say if you're rebranding or something like that, and you have no idea where to even start. You could be, really considering the different options of who to talk to. For some of you, you could be feeling overwhelmed by even like tax season or something like that, and you're investigating different options of how to go about all of this, because I feel like I just get like this energy of feeling just utterly in over your head, like you're just overwhelmed. The good news is that I feel like you move past that, which is so amazing, right? It's so amazing because you have the Eight of Cups and you're just like, yeah, I'm fed up with that. I'm ready to move forward. I'm going in a new direction. And I am absolutely here for that because you are moving into the Four of Swords, which is more peace of mind. It is healing. It is overcoming. When you're thinking of healing, if you're healing from these challenges, you're able to mend them and find new solutions, right? Because you do have this entertainer card here, and it does say put yourself out there and bring out the best in you so that you can get noticed. So if this is in terms of like, if you own your own business, you work for yourself, you may need to put yourself out there and allow yourself to be seen. If you do not have a social media account or anything like that, then maybe you're considering doing that, or like a YouTube channel. It can also be about, marketing strategies, coming up with new marketing strategies so that you can get seen and noticed. Or yeah, like, how some people will give away like free product, and that's a marketing strategy. They give away some free product and then people love it, and then they come and buy more, or they don't love it and they don't buy more. But, it could be deciding, like coming up with new ways of putting yourself out there so that you can get seen. I also get the sense that in terms of like, if you have been looking for a new job, perhaps you're not truly allowing yourself to be seen. It could be like you're doing the bare minimum, like you're doing the bare minimum to try to find, I am sorry to say that, to try to find employment, but you haven't really allowed yourself to be seen. And I feel like it would be very important to investigate why. Why do you want to hide out in why do you want to hide out in bed and submit resumes online? Don't you believe in yourself? And if you don't believe in yourself, then I think that it would be very important to investigate and why, and really work on building yourself up, so that you can allow yourself to be seen. In terms of a working environment or a career environment, it could be that you've just been sitting in the back of the meetings and you haven't really been saying anything, but you have really great ideas and but you haven't said anything. And I think that this energy is here to tell you it's time to put down the insecurities of the past, the wounds of the past, where people have said things that have torn you down and created a complex within you. It's time to put that down. Okay. And start putting yourself out there and allowing yourself to be seen. And actually, I thought of this too. I thought of when I looked over at this ask for help, I thought to myself, okay, so like if people have said things to you that have really cut you down in the past and it is affecting you in your career, it is really affecting your capacity to believe that you are worthy and you're deserving of opportunities or of the type of money that you charge or that you get paid from your bosses, whatever. if you're really struggling with that, some of you may even find that you need to go to therapy or something like that so that you can work through these wounds that were created that have really impacted your self-confidence in terms of your career. So that was like a side message that I saw. But I mean, with the Seven of Cups, you could be looking at different, therapists or just different avenues to remedy that situation, because I do feel like you are trying to move towards a more peaceful time in your life, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. Like, you're on that journey, and I feel like you have this energy of really wanting to put yourself out there, but there is something that has really been pulling you back or holding you back due to some wounds that you're still carrying, or just some things that I feel like things that people have said to you in the past, just negative comments or criticisms, right? So, okay, you have the settling card right here. It says, perhaps it's time to ask yourself if you're getting paid what you're worth. That's what we just talked about. And also, like, if you are getting paid well, but you don't think that you deserve it because you have like severe imposter syndrome, that could be another thing that, it's time to start addressing and looking at as well. Okay. But I also feel like for some of you that you've been settling in a position in your life and in a career, whatever, in your life for the longest time. And I feel like you've been knowing that it is time to make a shift. It's time to make a change. But I feel like, either you're just overwhelmed in your life by all of your responsibilities and you just haven't had the opportunity to do so, or you've been really struggling with the self-confidence, right? It can be time, right? It can definitely be time. You just don't have the time to do it. But I feel like you're sick and tired of settling. Like I do. I feel like you're definitely sick and tired of settling. And you have this Ace of Cups here with the Empress. And so I do feel like for a lot of you, this is definitely a new opportunity on the horizon. If you are not looking to change jobs or shift careers or anything of that nature, it can also just be like, finding fulfillment in what you're already currently doing and no longer feeling like you're settling. It's basically like you feel revitalized, you have found a new sense of love in what you do for a living, so it can definitely be that. And I feel like you start to bloom and blossom and feel like there's more opportunity for advancement or just forward movement in your life that maybe you had not seen before in that particular job. But for others of you, I feel like this could actually be an opportunity that, helps you feel like you're just flourishing, that you could have coming your way, or that you find, because you do have some energy with this Knight of Swords and the Seven of Cups of you investigating, okay? Opportunities, like looking into certain things, considering your options, etc. So for a lot of you, like, it won't just drop in your lap. Like, it is something that you have to actively go looking for, but it is an opportunity. It's right, Ace of Cups, right in the center of your reading, an opportunity that makes you feel so happy and free and just whole, and feel like, your gifts are being appreciated and talents and skills are being appreciated, and that you find something that you can really flourish in, okay? So, and something that even could be more money or more abundance. Now, for those of you who work for yourself, run your own business, it can be that you finally find the perfect amount for you that you feel like you are worth in terms of what you charge. And even though I feel like you may have to sort of deal with those niggling insecurities, or that just like that kind of eat at you. Like, do I really think that I can charge this much, whatever. And I think that you work through that, and you find a sense of peace and serenity about like what you're charging, because I feel like you really look at what your skills and your talents are and what you bring to the table, what you bring to people's lives, etc., regardless of what you do. I mean, you could be a personal trainer, you could be a nail tech, you could do what I do, you could be a life coach, etc. There are lots of jobs where people work for themselves, like even construction. And I feel like there can definitely be an energy this, in the next few weeks where you start to feel like, okay, this is what I charge. I know that I'm worth this much, and I'm going to stand in that. Okay. So now you have here in your area of opportunity, you do have transporter. This right here says that this is a good indicator that things are really going to move forward. But I feel like right here with this high priestess, she is telling you to trust your nudges. Trust your nudges, because I do feel like the universe is trying to bring something to you that you have asked for that is going to bring you balance and harmony in your life. But I feel like you have to be able to trust your nudges. If the universe is nudging you to put in your resume somewhere, do it. If the universe is nudging you to make some changes to how much you charge, do it. If the universe is nudging you to, apply for a supervisor position in your current job, do it. If you are feeling like, I can't explain it. Sometimes it's like, it's just a deep inner knowing, and it's not something that you figure out in your head. You feel it in your chest, you just know. Like, I'm supposed to do this, and I'm just going to do it and see what happens, right? And if it's meant for me, it's meant for me. And if it's not, it's not, right? And I think that that's going to be a really important mindset to adopt as well. Because, there's so many times that people sabotage themselves because they're so afraid of failure. But I feel like, so because they're so afraid of failure, they end up, sabotaging the potential for success. And that's why I feel like the high priestess is here to tell you, if you are being nudged to do something, trust it. Trust it, okay? So you have rescuer here. So something is coming in for you that is going to rescue you or pull you up, give you a leg up, help you out of a challenging situation that you have been dealing with in terms of your finances, your career, your insecurities, whatever's been happening for you. Like, this is going to come out. It's going to come through for you, okay? Now, this can be an actual, opportunity. I don't know why I'm looking at him and he's pointing over here. He's pointing at this right here, the Knight of Swords. So it's a message that comes in for you. Interesting. Yeah, it's so weird because I almost feel like he's pointing off the table. And I'm like, what is over there behind me? I don't see anything. Sorry, I know. I'm always trying to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are not just on the table. In the reading, so I can tell you guys, but I don't see what else could be this guy right here could be pointing at. So we're going to say it's this right here, this Knight of Swords. So anyway, enough about that. So it is a message that I feel like comes in and is going to help you resolve the difficulties that you've been experiencing in your life. Okay. This can actually be a person that comes into your life and helps you through challenges. But this can also be, like I said, new opportunities that are coming in for you, or you just establishing a sense of self-worth that is strong enough that you are going to stand in however much you charge in terms of your business, if you run your own business, okay? Or knowing what you're worth. If you work with brand deals and things like that, just standing in, this is what I charge, this is what I know that I'm worth, and if you want me to promote your product, this is what you're going to pay me, right? Now, for some of you, if you have been considering careers in terms of firefighter, paramedic, or any type of first responder profession, this actually could be an indicator, a green light for you to go ahead and say yes and to pursue that, okay? If that's something, can be the medical profession as well. Additionally, if there are, if you've been considering content creation, an entertainer, theater, or, dancing, music, anything like that, that could be a green light for you too as well. Or the other thing could be if you were considering traveling for your career, this can be a green light for you as well. I feel this say yes to the things that you think you can't do is so important for you, because whatever this 10 of Swords is for you, it has had a lasting impact. And like I said, it can be from, people who have said things to tear you down in your life, or just negative criticism from old bosses, whatever, that you have been, that have really, how do I put that have really just, created a complex in you, and where you're not fully securing yourself in terms of your work. If you work for yourself, you may have had like 1 or 2 bad reviews, or if you work in, online, you've had some negative commenters. And honestly, speaking from experience, like, you have to really just pay attention to the people who are positive, and just like try to drown out the negative commenters, because like if you work on the internet, like specifically, people hide behind their screens and they tear down other people to make themselves feel better. That's called a projection. They're projecting their own insecurities onto other people. Like for me, I have to just like pay no mind to it whatsoever. So that is a message for somebody. But anyway, and if you do that, if y'all are watching, if y'all do that, just know that I feel sad. Like, I truly, genuinely feel sad for people who need to go on the internet and tear other people down. Like, I'm like, dude, go to therapy. But anyway, so we're going to get back to the message now. Okay. So say yes to the things you think you can't do. So motivator right here, I think that a lot of you are needing to motivate yourself. If you are ready to make a career shift in your life, you're ready to go back to school, you're ready to learn a new skill, you are ready to go and ask for the money that you know that you deserve in your current career, like you just been overwhelmed, you've just been drowning at work, and you're like, man, I do not get paid nearly enough money for the work that I do, right? Like, some of you may be experiencing that too, but I feel like you may need to motivate yourself to, or like, like you're standing in front of the mirror, you're brushing your teeth, and you're talking to yourself, and you're like, I am good at what I do, I am successful, I'm a bad bee, like, and you're like amping yourself up in the morning, like some of you may need to do that so that when you walk into work, you can feel so proud of yourself and so accomplished, and just like charge right into your boss's office and say, I'd like to have a conversation with you about how much I get paid. You know what I mean? And like do it with like this proud like stance, like, cause like you know how much you're worth, right? So that's for somebody. So I do feel like, this right here, this energy is you self-motivating, so that you can start saying yes to the things that you have not been doing because you didn't feel like you could do them. You've been settling. It's time to, build up your confidence, right? Do some affirmations, do some self-love work, stand in front of the mirror, be your own cheerleader, power yourself up, right? So that you can start to make these moves in your life. And for some of you, it can be in terms of really investing in looking for a new job, really investing in making changes in your business, or really investing in raising your prices, or it can be really investing in deciding to go back to school if you want to learn something new, like say if you want to be a firefighter or a paramedic. It is time for you to really build yourself up, because I do get the sense that the energies are very much supporting this journey for you. But it's like you have to really build yourself up, because I get the sense that somebody has, or lots of somebodies have really torn down your confidence in the past, and you've developed a complex. I totally skipped these other cards here, this Ace of Swords with the Temperance card here. So I also get the sense that this Ace of Swords can be just a lot of like intuitive insight and inspiration that comes, like ideas that come to you. So once again, just pay attention to these ideas. And this Temperance card here is telling you that things are right next to the Six of Pentacles. Things are really going to be harmonizing for you. It's almost as if you just need to allow it to happen. So, okay, let's go ahead and get a closing oracle message for Taurus for career and finances. You have responsibility, burden, pain. Yeah, that's definitely what you've been dealing with. Definitely. Dreams, goals, foresight. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So you have... it says... fang, venom, ivy, and thorns. Yeah, somebody, I'm telling you, somebody has sunk their fangs into you in the past. And it has very much like infected your sense of self-confidence. Like it really has. But I get the sense like with this psychometry lenses, like you are changing that narrative for yourself, okay? And you're able to establish a stronger sense of goals and foresight for yourself. You're a stronger sense of believing in your goals and believing that you have the capacity to achieve these goals for yourself, right? That you're actually allowing yourself to dream, because I get the sense that you're like, wow, I've really carried this around for so long and it has kept me stuck. Like it's kept me in a position of settling for something that I know is not for me, or that I know that I'm worth more than. And I feel like now you're finally reaching this point in your life where you're like, okay, no, I have dreams and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go after them, and I'm going to release myself from this negative energy that has torn me down for far too long. You know what I mean? So right here you have the Empyrean timepiece. It says flexibility, synchronicity, and organization. So I actually get the sense that that's about like everything that we just talked about. Like that's exactly what we were just talking about, like in terms of, taking those steps, because a lot of people often think that like motivation comes before action, but actually action comes before motivation. So you have to first take this step and the motivation will follow, right? That's why this one's right in front of that one, okay? So this is about deciding to get organized, okay, for yourself. For some of you, you need to update your resume, okay? Getting yourself organized. For some of you, it's in terms of going to therapy, like you're trying to get yourself right so that you can start taking these steps in your life. And like I said before, for some of you, it's standing in front of the mirror and saying your affirmations and really being your own cheerleader so that you can really build up your sense of self-confidence. That is an action step, right? And the motivation is going to follow. The ability to say yes to the things that you think you can't do is going to follow. So I hope that this helped you guys. I love this for you. I believe in you. You've totally got this, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.